At just 5.6 millimeters thick and weighing 165 grams, Apple's new iPhone Air looks like it should snap in half. When you pick it up, the difference from a standard smartphone is jarring. It doesn't drag down your pocket or fatigue your hand during a long call. But reaching this form factor requires a strict physical compromise. Every millimeter shaved off the chassis means standard hardware components have to be physically removed. We call this the thinness tax. You can see the tax immediately. The traditional bottom-firing stereo speakers are gone, replaced by a single earpiece speaker. To fit the remaining components, the logic board and camera sensors are crammed into a thick, concentrated plateau protruding from the top. Apple has engineered a device where aesthetic comfort directly cannibalizes hardware utility. The less phone you get, the more compromises you have to accept. Which brings us to the price. The iPhone Air starts at $999, placing it firmly in the premium luxury tier. This matrix compares the Air against the lineup. The standard iPhone 17 costs $829. Saving $170 gets you dual cameras and stereo speakers. Now look right. For just $100 more than the Air, the 17 Pro gives you a triple camera and thermal vapor chamber. Why would you pay a $999 premium specifically to lose hardware capability? You cannot evaluate the iPhone Air in a vacuum. Its actual value only becomes clear when you weigh its physical constraints against the strict financial logic of the standard 17 and the 17 Pro. To keep a device this thin from bending, Apple built the frame from grade 5 titanium and covered the screen with Ceramic Shield 2. Ceramic Shield 2 is Apple's latest formulated glass designed to offer 3 times the scratch resistance of previous screens. The materials work. When subjected to 130 pounds of direct mechanical pressure, the chassis flexes slightly, but it does not snap or warp permanently. But while titanium solves the durability equation, it cannot solve the physics of internal volume. A 5.6 millimeter chassis simply lacks the cubic millimeters required to house a standard smartphone architecture. Apple was forced to cram the logic board, network chips, and processors into that thick, top-heavy plateau. This lack of space also forced the complete removal of standard audio hardware. You are left with a singular speaker that sounds noticeably tinny at maximum volume. Apple secured the structural integrity of a razor-thin phone, but the strict laws of physics dictated unavoidable compromises in how the internal components and audio drivers are arranged. Inside that cramped top plateau is the A19 Pro chip. However, to manage heat in this small space, it is physically restricted to a 5-core GPU, missing the 6th core found in the 17 Pro. Despite the missing core, it handles AAA games smoothly. AA games are high-budget, graphically intensive video games, like console-quality titles ported to mobile. The Air maintains surprisingly stable frame rates for its size. This graph tracks frame rate stability over 40 minutes. The iPhone Air maintains superior stability compared to the Galaxy S25 Edge. But when isolating peak performance, the missing GPU core keeps the Air's top speeds well below the iPhone 17 Pro's line. There is also a thermal consequence to this thin chassis. Under heavy usage, heat concentrates directly at the camera plateau, reaching up to 109 degrees right where your fingers naturally rest. The Air offers surprising sustained power, but the physical reality of a 5.6 millimeter body creates a literal thermal ceiling that hardcore power users will inevitably bump against. The camera hardware faces similar spatial constraints. The phone features a single 48-megapixel Fusion rear camera and an 18-megapixel center stage front camera. For everyday portraits and social media, this single lens is highly capable. The standard wide shots and the 2x digital crops deliver excellent contrast and sharp details, but you are sacrificing multi-lens versatility. Look at this 10x digital zoom shot compared to the standard portrait. Without optical telephoto hardware, distant subjects become completely noisy and pixelated. You also lose the ability to shoot expansive landscapes or macro photography because there is no ultra-wide lens. And for video, Apple's depth of field cinematic mode is entirely absent. The camera system forces you to accept a good enough baseline. It provides high-quality basic shots while entirely abandoning the creative flexibility you normally expect from a $999 device. Powering all of this is a highly restricted 3,149 mAh battery. Milliamp hour, or milliamp hour, is a unit that measures electric power over time, and 3,149 is exceptionally small for a modern smartphone, required here to fit the 5.6mm profile. For moderate users, this provides enough endurance for a standard 12-hour workday, slightly edging out the base Galaxy S25 Edge in web browsing tests. This descending bar chart tracks battery depletion over a 24-hour cycle. For heavy users, the Air induces evening battery anxiety, falling over 5 hours short of the iPhone 17 Pro Max's lifespan. Making matters worse is the charging bottleneck. The Air is capped at a slower 20-watt wired charging speed, meaning midday top-ups take significantly longer than the fast 40-watt charging available on the rest of the 17 lineup. The physical constraints of this battery cell transform the iPhone Air into a device that requires conscious power management. You lose the modern luxury of charging your phone once and forgetting about it. Making a final purchasing decision requires filtering buyers through a strict value versus performance decision matrix. Let's look at this decision tree. If you are a spec and value optimizer, someone seeking the best return on investment, you should avoid the Air. Follow the budget-conscious branch directly to the $829 iPhone 17 to save money while retaining dual cameras and stereo speakers. Now look at the performance-first branch. If you are a mobile gamer, videographer, or someone anxious about battery life, you must spend the extra $100 for the iPhone 17 Pro to secure the 6-core GPU and the triple camera system. For anyone who prioritizes hardware versatility, all-day endurance, or strict financial value, purchasing the iPhone Air makes absolutely no mathematical sense. But there is one final user profile, the aesthetic and comfort optimizer. This is the exact lifestyle fit for people who view tech as a wearable design object. If you rarely take landscape photos, don't play demanding games, and find the heavy weight of modern phones to be a daily physical annoyance, this device was engineered for you. For this specific user, the radical reduction in physical footprint and the futuristic tactile feel completely justify the premium price and the hardware sacrifices. The iPhone Air is a highly specialized luxury device that demands a steep thinness tax. It proves that sometimes engineering less